Today, we have Talisman, the Magical Quest game. Look at this beautiful artwork on the box. You got this dragon, you got this like elf warrior fighting, you got like these wizards and warriors and sorcerers. Man, 2 to 6 players. 9 to adult. Talisman, the Magical Quest game. Talisman, the Magical Quest. And look at this beautiful art, man. Beautiful art. Talisman is a game played in a mystical world of dragons and sorcery. As a warrior, priest, wizard, or one of 11 other characters, each with their own special powers, players must embark on a quest to find a magic talisman. This journey will be filled with danger, monsters, traps, and evil magic. Are you waiting to... all waiting to defeat you with skills and luck? You will survive to find the greatest treasure of them all, the fabled Crown of Command. Only then will victory be yours. Talisman, the Magical Quest game. Let's check it out. See this beautiful art? It's on the rule book too. The rules. And you got this amazing board that is literally huge. Look at this huge board, man. It's huge. It's a huge board. It's like a 3-tier board. You got like this tavern. You got fields. You got this. You got 3 tiers. 1, 2, 3. You got, like I said, you got the tavern. You got fields. You got the ruins. You got the plains, the forest. Some more fields. The village. More fields. Graveyard. Woods. The Sentinel, which looks like he's the only way you can get up. You have to defeat the Sentinel to be able to, get to the next level. The hills, chapel, some more fields, the crags, the plains, the woods, more fields, the city, and there's a bridge here. Because there's a waterfall. Look, man, look at this detailed waterfall. More fields, hills, plains, woods, plains. And on the next tier, where you cross the Sentinel, that your bridge that you got to cross and probably defeat somebody, there's like hills, and there's the cursed glade. And look how there's this little dividers on every space. The ruins, the chasm, more ruins, the warlock's cave. You gotta fight the warlock. Which looks like maybe if you defeat the warlock. Oh, you see, it says you gotta have a talisman to enter. So you gotta find a talisman. The desert, the oasis. Another desert. You gotta go through the deserts and stuff. The temple, the woods, ruins, the castle, the royal doctor's castle, the portal of power. See, you gotta go through the portal of power. The portal of power to get to the next level, man. The Black Knight, man. You gotta fight the Black Knight. The Hidden Valley. More hills. So, so you go through, man. You got the Plain of Pearl. You got the mines. You got the Vampire's Tower. Man, Vampire's Tower, man. You got the pits. You got the Valley of Fire, man. And look, you go up the staircase to find the great treasure. But you can't do that until you get to the Valley of Power, and you can't do that. You gotta go through the Valley of Fire. But you gotta have a talisman to enter. Werewolf Den. Dice with Death, man. And there's a crypt. So there's like 4 layers of this game. I mean, you got the first layer, then you got which you go around, and you got this river that's blocking you, so you can't go through until you get to the bridge. And then you got like the second round layer where you can't get in until you get to the Portal of Power. And then you got like this third layer, and you can't get through to go up this staircase thing to get the Golden Crown thing until you have a talisman. So it's like you gotta go through, and then you have something to cross the bridge, and you gotta go through, and then you gotta get something to get through the Portal of Power, and then you gotta have a talisman. So, talisman! So that's like 4 layers of stuff you gotta go through, man. Now it looks like once you have a talisman, you can just jump from this one to this one, which is 1 space, and you win, I guess. But you could like even up the difficulty where you had to roll based on the staircases. Each stair costs a pace or something. Maybe it says in the rules or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, you got these little like white pieces, red pieces, and green pieces. So I think the greens go here, the reds, the blue. I don't know. These are some kind of like soldiers, I guess, or something that you have to fight. And they have difficulty level. I'd have to look at the rules. No. Then you got like gold and stands. And you got like all these dice here. And the ones have a talisman symbol on it instead of a 1. So that must be something special. And you got these talisman gold coins. So that's pretty cool. And you got like 4 dice in here. And stands for people, players. Then you got like all these different characters you can play. Like the troll. So you can be a troll. You got the giant toad piece. Toad. He probably is like running around the waters. Looks like you might be able to cross here too. See, look at the details. Someone tried to cross the river and they failed. Beautiful detail on this board, man. You got the elf creature. You got like a minstrel, man. It's like D&D. You can play all these different characters. You got multiple toads. Maybe they swim around the water and prevent people from doing things because there's like 4 of these giant toads. Giant toads. You got like the assassin. So you could be like assassin from Assassin's Creed and stuff. You got a dwarf. So you could be like Gimli. And you got this elf with the bow and arrow. Man, you could be Legolas. You got the prophetess. You got the druid, man. You can be a druid. Don't be rude. Be a druid. You got this thief. Yeah, I mean, you can be a thief. You could be a thief. Part of the Thieves Guild, man. Thief. You could be a warrior and stuff. You could be a wizard, man. You could be a wizard. You could be a priest. You could be a sorceress. You could be a monk. So you can play as lawful. You can be a ghoul. Ghoul. You could be a ghoul, not a girl, a ghoul. You got these talisman cards. You got this, you are now good, you are now evil card, so it like flips and stuff. You could, maybe you're good. Oh wait, now you're evil. Good, no evil. Good, no evil. That's pretty cool. And like each character has one of those. Then each character also has these cards, man. Like, you got the giant toads card stats. Since there's 4 giant toads, you got 4 of them. You got the assassin card set. You got the Wizards card set. You got the Warriors card set. You got the Trolls card set. You got the Thieves card set. You got the, which gives you your special abilities and stuff. The Sorceress card set. You got the Prophetess card set. You got the Priest card set. I mean, it's got Strength, Craft, Objects. You can put your objects here, and followers, life, gold. I mean, you put your gold here, your life there. I mean, seriously, you got the Monk stat. You got the Minstrel stat. You got the Ghoul stat. You got the Elf stat. You got the Dwarf stat. So, you got the Druid stat. I mean, theoretically, yeah. I mean, it's only 4. And look at this detail on this box, man. So beautiful. Has all this beautiful artwork. So beautiful. You got the adventure cards, man. Adventure cards. Going on an adventure. Look at this big old stack of adventure cards, man. That's huge. I mean, you go on these adventures. And the beautiful artwork on the adventure cards, man. Just look at the adventure cards. Helmet, amulet, mule, raft. So you could use this raft to go through the water. Shield, swords, water bottle, a bandit. A bandit. Does he join your side or do you have to fight him? Caves, a dragon to fight. Enchanter, Fountain of Wisdom, Giant, Guide, Hermit, Hobgoblin, Magic Stream, Marsh, Mercenary, Orb of Knowledge, Pestilence, Poltergeist, Pool of Life, a Prince, Raiders, a Ring, a Rune Sword, a Serpent. When they say Strength, I think you gotta fight him. A Witch, Unicorn, unless they're your followers, then you can use them to fight. Wand, Spectre, like a ghost. Wolf, a Wraith, a Lion, a Storm, Siren, Sorcerer, Phantom, Gold, begs gold, an Imp. I mean, you can get an Angel and Angel, Alchemist, Ape, Gold. These are like stuff you find along the way of adventuring. Encounters. Godly, a lot of them are gold. Bear, Blizzard, Boar, Cursed by Hag, Dirty Old Witch, Curse Me, Cross, a Devil, man, like a demon creature, you gotta fight Demon, Evil, Darkness, Fairy, Ghosts, Gnome, Goblins, a Healer, Magic, Magical Vortex, Magic Belt, a magic portal, a maiden, market day, probably let you buy stuff, market, maze, metamorph, okay, book of spells. I mean, seriously, you can find the Holy Grail in this thing, man. Holy Grail, shrine. Here's the talisman that you need to get in there. The talisman. Talisman. Hey, there's more than one talisman. That's good, because armor, axe, a princess, Solomon's crown, and all kinds of, a pixie, potion of strength. So you got all these neat little cards, man. Then you got spells. So if you're a character that uses spells, here's some of the spells you got. You got like acquisition, alchemy, counter spells, divination, destruction, destroy magic, healing, hex, mobility, invisible, mesmerism, nullify, perseveration, a random, sonic blasts, teleportation, temporal warp, and those are like spells you got. But wait, you also have the purchase cards. So when you go and you buy stuff, here's stuff you can buy in the game. You can buy like armor. You can buy axes. You can buy a helmet. Looks like there's 4 for everybody. A mule. You can buy a raft. You can buy shields. You can buy a sword. You can buy a water bottle. So these are like stuff you purchase to help you go on your adventure, man. So that's pretty cool. So you got all this little neat stuff. Neat stuff. And then you got these talisman cards. There's 4 talisman cards, but so that you can get them. But there's also 2 hidden in the adventure deck. So that's pretty cool. And now we'll check out the rules. I mean, the only thing that would make this game cooler is really the only thing that could have made this game cooler is if instead of having these little things right here, they had like little miniature figures of each one. That'd be about the only thing they could do to make this game any cooler. I mean, but look at all the... I mean, seriously, it's so detailed. So much artwork. Artwork on the cards, artwork on the board. Even the little figures are artworked. Artwork on the little people places. The only thing that, like I said, artwork on the cards. I mean, look at this. Nice little thing. And these, I think, are like hit point levels. Let's look at the thing. But the only thing they could have did better was make actual 3D miniatures. Talisman is a game like no other. Indeed, it is no ordinary game at all, but a perilous adventure in a fantasy world of magic and monsters. As play progresses, a story unfolds from turn to turn. A heroic epic of brave deeds, of daring encounters, of treasures and magic, of battles fought and sometimes lost, but always a tale that challenges and enthralls. Our story begins with a mighty wizard, now long dead, who once ruled over the land of Talisman, using the power of the magical crown, forged in a valley of fire, by spirits cruelly enslaved to arcane magic. For many centuries, life spent amongst his books and spells, he sensed his days were drawing to an end. He resolved to hide his crown in the most perilous part of the most dangerous region in his realm, setting around it such fearsome guardians as his most powerful spells were able to command. Once he had done so, he perished, proclaiming with his dying breath that only a person with the strength, wisdom, and courage to take the crown would rule in its stead. Hundreds of years have passed, and the realm, long ungoverned and unprotected, has grown ever more dangerous, infested by monsters, and troubled by immutable evils. To this very day, the ancient legend draws gallant heroes to the troubled land. Each seeks the crown of command and the kingship of the realm of Talisman. So far, no one has proven worthy of the challenge. Their bones lie bleached and broken upon the plain of pearl, or else cast idly aside to the gnawed by wild beasts and monsters. The object of the game is to reach the crown of command in the center of the board, and then by casting command spells force the other characters out of the game. Characters should first adventure into outer and middle regions to build up their strength, craft lives until they feel they are powerful enough to tackle the inner region. They must also first find a talisman to permit them to enter the Valley of the Fire, so reach the crown of command. In Talisman game, you assume the role of a hopeful adventurer, the would-be ruler of the land of Talisman. Each adventurer is very different. Each has their own special abilities, strengths, weaknesses, and special powers. To win the game, you must journey to the heart of the land's most perilous region to find the crown of command and use its ancient magic to cast a mighty spell to subdue all your rivals. Your travels will be hard and fraught with danger, and it is overcoming these dangers that the challenge of the game lies. Only by gradually building up your adventure powers, gathering valuable allies, and winning potent magical items will you stand a chance of surviving the ultimate test that lies beyond the portal of power. So what's in the box? We've already looked. Of course, we've looked at the playing board, we've looked at the adventure cards, we've looked at spell cards, we've looked at the... Okay, those are gem counters. Okay, that's what these are, gem counters. Okay, there's 3 kinds of gems. We've looked at the talisman and merchant cards, we've looked at the toad cards, and we've looked at the different regions, outer region, middle region, and the inner region. We've looked at the character cards, we've looked at the playing pieces, which I said the only thing that would make this game better is if they had actual minis. Pre-painted minis would make it even more better. But, just standard minis would make it better. A miniature of each person, not standard minis. A miniature of each figure would make it better. Got gold coins, we looked at those. We looked at the alignment change card, we looked at the 6-sided dice. So, here's a brief outline of play. Here's how you're supposed to set up the game. This is how you set up the game. Here's some more brief outline of play. But even look at all this artwork, even on the even in the rule book, they have this nice little art. And it's got this old style, like medieval style drawing. Writing. So here's the rules. This is the rules concerning characters. Tells you about strength, losing strength, overview of the card, Talisman Dramatis Personal. This one tells you about the assassin, about the druid, the dwarf. Here's the rules about craft. What craft's all about. Rules about spells, what spells all about. This tells you about the elf, the gnoll, the minstrel. This one tells you about lives, losing lives, gaining lives, healing. Tells you about objects. Look at all these nice little art. Followers. Losing a follower. Alignment. Changing alignment. Special abilities. Examples of gaining strength. Spells. This one tells you about the monk, the priest, the prophetess. This is about gaining spells, casting spells, commanding spells. And that's just the character rules. Now we're into the game. Rules of play. Rules of play. So on the character's turn, they can have movement and encounters. So it tells you about movement. As therefore of movement and invading. Movement in the inner region. Turn around, crown of command. This one tells you about the sorcerer, the thief, the troll. Movement between outer and middle regions. The sentinel space. A raft. How to use a raft. Portals. Portal of power. Claiming face-up cards. Encounters in the middle and outer regions. Encountering another character. Example of adventure card encounter. Tells you about the warrior, the wizard, and the toad. Encountering a space where you draw cards. Other spaces. Encounters in the inner region. Crafting. Mines. The werewolf den. The pits. The crown of command. The adventure cards. Types of adventure cards. You got events. Enemy. You got events. You got events. Enemy, animal, monster, or dragon cards. Enemy spirit cards. Strangers. Objects, magic objects, and followers. Places. Adventure cards that remain on the board. Example of encounter space. Example of an adventure cards that stay on the board. Combat. Resolving combat versus creatures or enemies. More than one enemy. Combat between two characters. Standoff. Psychic combat. Resolving psychic combat. Evading. The toads. Information about the toads. The talisman and purchase cards. How they work. And finally, winning. The winner is the last character left in the game. Example of carrying too much. Example of a turn. Alternate rules for speedy play. Strength and craft. Starting bonus. Command spells. Sudden death. Rules question. Online. If you have any questions, go to blackindustries.com/telsman, where they will tell you, or you can write them by mail if you really feel like it. And here's the credits to the game. And here's the talisman encounter sequence. So you cast spell. So this will tell you. When you're having an encounter, this will tell you basically certain stuff like what to do next. Yes, no, yes, no, yes. So this is kind of a nice little chart on the back that'll help you follow the game. And even tell you what parts of the rules you might need to look up during certain things. So that's been Talisman, the Magical Quest Game by Black Industries, not Blacksmith, Black Industries. It looks like it's going to be a fun, interesting adventure, move, fight, every man for themselves kind of game. And I think I would enjoy it. It might be a little difficult, but it's kind of like D&D, but every man for himself. It's like a fantasy medieval type game, which I think I'd enjoy playing. And it looks cool. It looks fun. It's got great art. And all in all, looks like a pretty sweet game. So remember, God is good all the time, and that Jesus loves you. And everybody have a great, amazing, wonderful day. And keep on gaming and keep on